So the description about my experience on my internship site, my strength and conditioning internship site. A summary of some of my roles and responsibilities, including cleaning the strength and conditioning rooms, floors, weights, and equipment. Like if an athlete was using chalk to do pull-ups or lift a heavier weight for grip strength, I would just go clean up the chalk, things like that. Helping manage the inventory. There's a lot of things in the strength and conditioning room. So managing the bands, the small ankle bands, weight vests, numerous medicine balls, mats, things like that. And just make sure that everything was neat and tidy and manage everything that was in the back. We also just provide general assistance to the strength and conditioning coach during team lifts, meaning if we needed something to be pulled out last minute, we would go pull it out, like a heavier weight or an additional exercise you wanted to add. We would help him out with that. And, whenever he needed anything during the lifts, we would be readily available. Relating this internship site to prior courses that I've taken here, two main courses would be biomechanics and musculoskeletal. Biomechanics is the study of mechanical laws relating to the movement or structure of living things. I think, especially since a lot of the time athletes were working out, it was important to understand the lever systems during lifts and like where the load is and how the athlete is intended to manage that load, which goes into understanding load and force, power. Towards the end, the strength and conditioning coach, he bought a force plate, so we were able to look at the amount of force that each athlete was producing during a certain jump. There's different types of jumps, and I learned that hands-on hip jump, things like that affect the power and the force that the athlete is able to produce. We also have to understand the load of force if they're sprinting, things like that. Musculoskeletal is another main course because we learn the basic structures of the body, ligaments, bone, muscle, and we're able to pinpoint if the coach was asking us just a question about a general lift, we would be able to pinpoint the basic bony structures and anatomy when that athlete was lifting. Relating this to kinesiology is a definition of the study. Definition is the study of mechanics of body movements. The role of the strength and conditioning coach is to assess, create sport-specific exercise plan, meaning that it is important for them to have understanding of body movements, because that is part of the definition of kinesiology. In professional practice, which includes like multidisciplinary approach, and I think the benefits of that is having multiple perspectives on things. Like if there are sometimes people get heated in the room about statements made, so you have to be able to have or some people have different backgrounds and understandings of kinesiology. A lot of the athletes are personal trainers, so they have different understandings of the kinesiology, and I feel like that fosters just the ability to socially understand that everyone's coming from a different place. And as a strength and conditioning coach, you're not just limited to just building your athlete's strength. You're also a person. There's a humanity towards it. And I guess this piggybacks on what I was talking about earlier. The benefits of this internship was developing my intrapersonal skills. A lot of times you are interacting with, you're constantly interacting with athletes. And you're there to also be a human and be a motivator for them when they're going for their personal best. And you're intended to be there to just be an encouragement as well as a coach. Yes, you're going to ensure that they're doing things correctly, but you will cheer them on when they do push past their limits. And from that, I was able to establish great relationship with the athletes. As an athlete myself, I didn't know of a lot of the people that were in there, so I was able to develop a rapport with each of the groups of teams that came to lift. And that concludes my presentation or discussion.